passion, my power. They'll see my rhythm, my brilliance, my drive. They'll know my worth, my adventure, my determination. They'll remember my name, my style. They'll remember me.
In April 2022, it was reported the fashion startup was worth $100 billion, which would make it more valuable than H&M and Zara combined.
Guys, I placed a $500 Shein order and it came in the mail.
Y'all, the Shein package that I was waiting for arrived, so let's open it.
Imagine this, a company so secretive its billionaire founder rarely makes public appearances, yet it manages to dominate the fashion world in less than a decade. This is the story of Shein, the Chinese ultra-fast fashion giant that rose from obscurity to a valuation of $100 billion, surpassing even household names like Zara and H&M. But behind the glittering success lies a tale of data-driven strategy, aggressive expansion, and controversies that refuse to be ignored. How did Shein do it, and what's the real cost of its meteoric rise? Stick around to find out. Welcome to Capital Chronicles, where we aim to dive deep into the stories that define the world of business, both the triumphs and the stumbles. Our goal is simple: to educate and inform. Through short, engaging case studies like this one, we're peeling back the layers of companies, products, and decisions that have left their mark on the business world. Whether it's uncovering what makes a startup succeed or analysing how a billion-dollar idea went belly up, Capital Chronicles is here to help you understand the lessons behind the headlines. If you love exploring the dynamics of business, the strategies of companies, and the stories of those who dared to dream big, then this is the channel for you. In today's episode, we unravel the rise of Shein, a company that redefined fast fashion and shook the global retail industry to its core. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more captivating business insights. The story begins in 2008 in Nanjing, China, with a man named Chris Xu. Originally a digital marketing expert specializing in search engine optimization, Xu saw an opportunity to disrupt e-commerce. His first venture was Dianwei, an online store that sold everything from knockoff luxury goods to wedding dresses. While this operation didn't achieve massive success, it served as a training ground for Xu, teaching him the art of leveraging data and consumer behavior. In 2011, Xu and his partners registered a new domain, which would eventually become Shein. Unlike traditional e-commerce companies focused on Chinese consumers, Xu had his sights set on the West. He realized that while many global fashion brands were outsourcing manufacturing to China, they lacked direct-to-consumer pipelines. Xu saw this as a gap he could exploit. Early funding was modest, with Shein bootstrapping its operations in the beginning. However, as the company's unique model began to show promise, investors took notice. In 2018, Shein secured a round of funding led by Sequoia Capital China. By 2022, Shein had raised over $2 billion from global investors, including Tiger Global Management and IDG Capital. This financial backing allowed Shein to scale rapidly. By 2023, the company was generating a staggering $30 billion in annual revenue. Compare that to Zara, which took over 4 decades to reach similar numbers. Shein accomplished this in just over a decade. What sets Shein apart is its revolutionary business model. The company uses a small batch production approach, manufacturing as few as 100 items per design and relying on real-time consumer data to decide whether to scale production. This minimizes inventory waste and ensures that only trending items are mass-produced. By partnering with over 6,000 factories in China, Shein has built an ultra-lean supply chain. These factories operate under Shein's proprietary software system, which tracks production in near real time. This not only speeds up manufacturing, but also allows Shein to adjust its product lineup based on live consumer feedback. Shein's financial growth is nothing short of extraordinary. In 2021, the company reported $16 billion in revenue, a figure that skyrocketed to $23 billion by 2022. Despite operating in a low-margin industry, Shein has maintained profitability thanks to its cost-efficient model. Analysts estimate that the company's gross margins hover around 50%, significantly higher than traditional fast fashion brands. Shein's valuation peaked at $100 billion in 2022, making it the third most valuable startup globally, just behind ByteDance and SpaceX. Its valuation dipped slightly in 2023 due to increasing competition from rivals like Temu and scrutiny over its labor practices. Chris Xu, Shein's enigmatic founder, has played a pivotal role in shaping the company's DNA. Unlike most Silicon Valley-style entrepreneurs, Xu maintains an extraordinarily low profile. He rarely gives interviews, and public photos of him are almost non-existent. This air of mystery has only added to Shein's allure, making Xu a figure of fascination in the business world. Xu's background in SEO was instrumental in Shein's early success. By optimizing the company's website for search engines, he ensured that Shein consistently ranked high for popular fashion-related queries. This digital-first approach helped Shein attract millions of consumers without relying heavily on traditional advertising. Shein's marketing strategy is equally innovative. The company spends heavily on social media campaigns, partnering with thousands of influencers to promote its products. Its hashtag challenges on TikTok and Instagram have generated billions of views, turning Shein into a household name among Gen Z and millennials. But what really sets Shein apart is its gamified shopping experience. The app offers daily points, flash sales, and personalized recommendations, making the shopping process feel more like playing a game than browsing an online store. Of course, Shein's rise hasn't been without controversy. The company has faced numerous allegations, from plagiarizing designs to exploiting workers. Reports from watchdog organizations claim that Shein's factory employees often work 75-hour weeks for minimal pay. In response, Shein has pledged $70 million toward improving labor conditions, though critics argue that these efforts fall short. Environmental concerns also loom large. Critics say that Shein's low-cost, high-volume approach encourages overconsumption, leading to massive amounts of textile waste. The company counters this by highlighting its lean production model, but the debate over its environmental impact remains unresolved. Despite these challenges, Shein continues to expand its global footprint. The company recently moved its headquarters to Singapore and announced plans to diversify its supply chain by investing $150 million in Brazilian factories. It has also partnered with Forever 21 to strengthen its presence in the US market.
Two fast fashion brands, they've partnered up. Shein and Forever 21 announced today that Shein will acquire about a third of Forever 21's operator, which is the Spark Group. This paves the way for Shein to start selling Forever 21 clothing on its site. In turn, Forever 21 will now have access to Shein's 150 million customers.
Wow.
Between 2009 and 2012, the number of smartphones shipped to China grew from 13 million to nearly 200 million, a more than 1,400% rise. China overtook the US to become the world's largest smartphone market. This phenomenon fueled the rise of e-commerce platforms in the country such as Alibaba, JD.com, and, of course, Shein. But unlike most of China's e-commerce giants, Shein wasn't interested in Chinese customers.
Shein's focus is entirely on the outside world. However, a lot of the marketing tactics that Shein uses are inspired by and very similar to Chinese fashion brands that are operating in the country and also Chinese e-commerce.
Shein's story is one of innovation, ambition, and controversy. It's a company that has reshaped the fashion industry while raising important questions about ethics, sustainability, and the true cost of ultra-fast fashion. What do you think? Is Shein the future of retail or a cautionary tale? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Capital Chronicles for more in-depth stories about the world's most fascinating companies. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.